Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope you're good, you're staying well and staying safe. Thank you for joining me today for this session. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. And today we're going to talk about another topic, which is quite baffling sometimes, right? So, how many of you feel that? Oh, before I move on, there is a very important reminder. I hope you have been able to open your emails and check the email that been sent to you with the access to the free course. If you haven't done that, please check your email and and use the free access that's been given to you by ixamBee. The second thing is that I told you this last time as well. Once we are done, you can click in the description box and you will find the feedback form. Do not forget to fill in the feedback form. Okay, so hello everyone. Hello Deepika. Hello Rupinder, Yukti. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you are staying safe, everyone. And I hope I'm audible as well as I'm visible. If I am not, feel free to leave a message right now because we are going to work on Parajumbles today and I need maximum support from you. I want all of you to participate, right? It's going to be a very, very important class. Not only because this is sometimes tricky and baffling, but also because this is a very important component of the very important bank exams that you're going to take. Not only it's a part of RBI, you have it in SEBI, in different banking exams. Parajumble is a very, very core content area. Hello Vipul, hello Arnab, hello Ranjit, hello Naveen. Yes, I am going to talk about idioms, but idioms will not be a very important part of the description today, of our class today. Today we're going to talk about mainly para-jumbles, right? Because idioms, what I feel is compared to para-jumbles, I find idioms would be an easier content area. So I'm going to mainly talk about para-jumbles today. Uh, if you go to the description box, you will find another document that I have attached, right? So it's gonna have some sample parajumble exercises, which, like last time, we are going to work it out together. So make sure you have that document opened in your gadget, right? You have it open in your gadget. Please try to open the document and let me know in the chat box if you have been able to access the document or not. You will find it in the description box. It's a Google Doc and it has some specimens, some para-jumble passages. Just check and let me know. Quickly, come on, quickly, let me know. I'm waiting. Arnob, you got it? Okay, thank you, Arnob. Thank you. The rest of you, please keep it ready. We're going to work it out together. Okay, so I hope you are settled and let's not waste any more time and let's start off. Okay, so para-jumble. And do you know what? Take a look at this slide. Take a look at this slide. Okay, so do you know what this the cube is that you can see on the slide? What is it called? Anyone? Any idea? What is it called? No? Anyone who's ever played with this cube? This cube has a name. Anyone? Okay, this cube is called a Rubik's Cube, and it's a very, very interesting thing to play with, right? So, yes, Purvanshu, yes, Rubik's Cube, yes. So, if you if you have ever played with a Rubik's Cube, it's a very, very challenging thing because you need to put everything into a pattern, right? So you need to twist and turn the blocks in such a manner that you get a pattern. And there can be thousands of combinations possible. To get that perfect combination is a challenge. That's the challenge. So a parajumble is something like that. You have a puzzle in front of you, you have a jigsaw in front of you, and the pieces are all jumbled together. Your idea, your challenge, your task would be to put those pieces together so that it forms a pattern. You get a story, you get a sequence, right? Okay, that's the whole idea of a jumbled paragraph. Okay, let's start with an example, right? This is a very easy example. Your the those that you will be getting in the test in your exam will not be this easy, and neither will it be based on a random topic like that. It's going to be based on blogs, on economy, on politics, on matters of global concern. So the language is going to be a little difficult. It's going to have a lot of technical words. So this is just an example, right? Let's just do this and see, okay? Have you ever heard of Roger Federer? Roger Federer is a very, very famous tennis player. Have you heard of Roger Federer? Anyone who's seen him playing on the TV or you have heard of him, he's a very, very old, not old, I mean, rather experienced and a well known tennis player. Tennis player, anyone? Yes? Have you heard of Roger Federer? Okay, so this passage, these series of sentences, they talk about Roger Federer. Yes, and what else? I will not tell you that. We will read the sentences and then we will find out what is it all about, right? Let's quickly read the sentences. You read it from your side and I'm going to read it from my side, okay? So Roger Federer is the greatest tennis player of all times. His favorite surface is the grass. He is ambidextrous. He can play forehands with his right hand as well as left hand. He can play the backhand only with his right hand. And his favorite tournament is the Wimbledon. Wimbledon is a tennis tournament, a well known tennis tournament, right? Now, I know all of you know the answer. This is very easy, but my idea is not to find out whether you know the answer or not. I'm going to ask you something else. So, you have in front of you a box where there are small jigsaw puzzle. You know, have you ever played jigsaw puzzle and you put them together, right? So, you don't know what the puzzle is all about. In front of you, you can only see these pieces that are lying in front of you. You don't know what it's all about. So, will it help if you can find out what the jigsaw puzzle is about? Is it about Harry Potter? Is it about Mickey Mouse? Is it about maybe Lion King? Is it about a jungle safari? Is it about Tarzan? Will it help? I'm asking you a question. Will it help if you are able to find out what the jigsaw puzzle talks about? Will it help? I can see all those answers, right? Yes, Vipul. Yes, he is a very well known tennis player. Yes. So, can you tell me? I know most of you have got the answer, right? Because our idea is not here to find out whether you know or not, or how much you know or not. Our idea is to, my objective today is to make sure you are able to do it, no matter how difficult it is, right? So, can you tell me in one sentence what this these jumble sentences, what is the topic, what are they talking about? If you read these sentences, What are they talking about? What is this puzzle all about? What are we trying to find out? Who are we talking about? What exactly are we talking about? First, answer that. Can you tell me? Excellent, Vidhi. Preparing a road map in our mind. Excellent. Shivangi, you feel this is about Roger Federer. Please be specific. Are we talking about Roger Federer's education? Are we talking about Roger Federer's personal life? Are we talking about Roger Federer's favorite food? Or are we talking about his skills? Tennis playing skills. What are we talking about? And his preferences. Namaskar, Manosh. Namaskar. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you have identified that, right? So we are talking about Roger Federer and his skills. So the moment you understand this is talking about Roger Federer and his skills, obviously you're going to look for sentences that talk about exactly the same thing. So first thing, this puzzle is about Roger Federer. Now look at these sentences. Look at these sentences. Which sentence summarizes what you are telling me? Which sentence gives you in one sentence, in one line, what exactly that you are talking about? It will tell you in one line what we are looking for. Which sentence? Which sentence? Can you tell me which sentence is telling us about the theme? There is one sentence, and you have just told me the theme. It's about his gameplay, it's about his profession. And there is one sentence. Yes, Seema, very good. Very good. Abhilasha, giving a limelight. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes. So look at sentence number A. Sentence number A can only be the first sentence of the paragraph. It's telling you exactly what you are going to face. Roger Federer is the greatest tennis player of all time. Very good. What else did you just tell me? It is telling us about his skills, right? So look at the next sentence. His favorite surface is the grass. Ask yourself, is it telling us about his skills? No. Look at sentence number C. He is ambidextrous. Now, anyone who knows the meaning of the word ambidextrous? Yes, what is the meaning of the word ambidextrous? Thank you for giving me that answer, Vishwajit. Yes, you are right. It's A and then C. Okay, okay. Most of you feel it's C. What is the meaning of the word ambidextrous? Anyone who can tell me the meaning of the word ambidextrous? Yes, Rahul. Very good, Vishwajit. Very good. Ayushi, Sanju. Yes, Rohan. Yes, Daisy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Purvanshu, fantastic. So look at the next sentence number C. It's telling you that he can play well with both hands. Very good. So we have two sets of information about Mr. Federer. He's the greatest tennis player. He can play with both hands. After that, the passage will tell you more about his skills. Identify the two sentences that is telling you more about his skills. After this, you will find the passage will tell you more about his skills. Identify the two sentences that will tell you more about his skills. Okay, only D? Labor omnia vincit? Was it only D? I said two sentences. E, very good, Vipul, but that is incomplete. I said two sentences. Two sentences. Yukti, yes. There you go. D and E. Yes. D and E. Very good. Very good. So we have A, C, D, E. We are almost there. We are almost there. The last few pieces are left. Let's look at sentence F. And his favorite tournament is the Wimbledon. You ask yourself, can I start a sentence with and? Can I do that? Can I start a sentence with and? And you will find yourself answering, you cannot start a sentence with and, which means what? Which means F is part of another sentence. F is a continuation of another sentence. So what is left with us? What are the two pieces that we have having our hand? We have his favorite surface is the grass, and his favorite tournament is the Wimbledon. There you go. Our puzzle is complete. So we have A, then C, then D, and E, and B, and F. There you go. There we have it. Guys, did you see what I'm doing? Yes, what I am doing, I am trying to give you a step-wise formula-like structure that you can implement, go step by step, and all the pieces will fall together. Do not read those sentences and not try to connect. Don't do that. Don't read those sentences randomly. You have to look at the bigger picture. You have to find out what it's all about. Remember yesterday, not yesterday, it was day before yesterday when we were working on a comprehension passage. I was telling you the same thing. Remember, we have to find out what the passage is all about. We have to do that. Here, the same tip becomes so important. You have to find out what that puzzle is all about. Is it talking about Lion King? Is it talking about a jungle safari? Is it talking about Mowgli? What is it talking about? Is it talking about Sher Khan? Yes. What is it talking about? What is the puzzle all about? The moment you find out, that will be in itself a set of clues, and you are going to be like a detective. You can put those clues together and you will get your answer. Right? You will get your answer. Himanshu, how to identify the topic of the para? Don't worry, we have 5 more sentences with us. We are going to work on it together. Yes, we will do it together. Let's move on. Let's move on. So, this is very, very important. Never, never, never forget this. If you're reading the sentences multiple times, look, you are almost done with the exams. You have 15 minutes, for example, right? You have 15 minutes. And if you are like me, I always keep my para jumble for the end. I have done that. And it never worked because I was always in a hurry to finish the paper and it all got jumbled up. It happened every time. So if you are doing that, you don't have much time in your hand and you're reading the same sentences multiple times without trying to find out the bigger picture. What you are doing is you're wasting your time. Because what will happen that these are basically paragraphs. Yes, these are not simple sentences. These are passages which have been picked up from articles, from books, from magazines, and they all have a link. You have to identify the link. It's very, very important. Okay, let's move on. So we are going to use these steps, right? So we are going to identify the purpose. What is it all about? We're going to see if we have some pronouns. For example, let's go back to the Roger Federer story. Look at this. First sentence talks about Roger Federer. Next, it moves on to his and he. Now you want to tell yourself, you cannot have a sentence you cannot have a paragraph which will start with he or his. The name will be mentioned definitely. So he and his cannot be the first sentence. The name has been mentioned. Only after that, the pronoun will follow. So logically, he, his, he, they cannot be the first sentence. See, the process of elimination, you're using the process of elimination, and you will realize nothing but A can be your first sentence. Nothing but A. Yes? Guys, let me know if you're with me. You are with me. Let me know if you're with me, right? If you are losing it somewhere, if you're finding it that ma'am is being too fast, too slow, I cannot follow, let me know right now. I'm going to explain this once again. Yes, tell me if you are with me, if you have any problem, if you've been able to understand the pronoun point that I'm talking about. Yukti, Shivangi, thank you, Vishwajit. Anyone else? Anyone who is stuck here cannot understand the pronoun thing that I'm talking about. Thank you, Vipul. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Rupak. Thanks for being with me. Ah, Ayushi, thank you. That's so motivating. You are perfect. Okay, thank you. Vipul, thank you. Okay, let's move on, right? Let's move on. Okay, the next thing is time reference. Now, time reference is very easy. Very, very easy. It's just words like yesterday, today, thereafter, after this, after that. It's very easy. Time reference, it will tell you about the time. If something is happening yesterday, obviously, if you're talking about something that has already happened, that will obviously come first in the sentence. This is very easy, right? Ambidextrous, Sahil. Ambidextrous means if you can use your two hands equally well. Someone who can use his two hands equally well. So if you can write well with your right hand as well as your left hand, if you can play cricket with your right hand as well as your left hand, then you are ambidextrous. Ambi means two, two, right? Dexterous means expert. You can use it well, adept, right? So you can use your two hands equally well. That's ambidextrous. Harsh, you just started watching? Never mind. You can listen to it later. You can come back to it later. Okay, the next slide that I'm going to show you is very important because if you can, and this is a suggestion, if you can take a screenshot of the next slide, right? Because if you're able to, if you're someone who has a what I call a picture memory, if you can learn up things very, very well, you can learn it up. This is very, very useful. Look at the next slide. Look at the next slide. Sometimes you will find these words in the sentence, right? Yes, Bhupendra, SSR was ambidextrous. Well, I never knew that. That's interesting. So look at the keywords. These keywords are introductory keywords, concluding keywords, comparative keywords, contrast keywords, and connector keywords. So if you find a word like a, and, beginning, nowadays, you know for sure the passage starts here. If you find keywords like thus, therefore, finally, eventually, clearly, understand, the passage ends here. If you find a word like likewise, similarly, but, yet, although, without any question, you will realize you will have a comparison somewhere. Either you're talking about how two things are similar, or you are talking about how two things are different. Yes? And the last thing, no, you don't need to really, it will not work like that. You don't need to look for the keywords. If you see there is a word which you know, if you find, excuse me, just give a moment. Yes, if you find that you have a word said nowadays or a beginning, without question, please understand, definitely the passage is starting somewhere here. It helps because it cuts down on the time, right? And a connector keyword will obviously remember the word and. Remember the word and? We just discussed the word and. Yes, it was connecting, right? It was connecting Roger Federer's preferences. He likes two things. So the moment you get the word and, I remember when I was doing it, I told you it starts with and, obviously, which means there's the other half is somewhere else. This is not a full sentence. You cannot have a sentence which will start with and. Yes? So if you are able, you can take a screenshot, learn this up, keep this in mind. You have to remember this. This really, really helps. Right? Good afternoon, Shanu. Good afternoon. Okay, are we ready, everyone? If we are done, we are not going to talk about this anymore and we are going to straight move on to the passages. You will understand things better if we work it out together. Okay? If you are ready and when you're ready, please open the Google Doc, keep it right in front of you, and leave a message in the chat box so that I know that you are ready. Okay? Thank you. So you're welcome, Manish. You're welcome. If it helps you, I'm happy. Good afternoon, Sony. All those who are joining us right now, it's okay if you are late. Doesn't matter. It's okay if you're late. Just join us. Just settle down and try to find out what we're working on. Just try to find that out. Ready, Yukti? Opened? Okay, Himanshu. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, like last time, you will find that this is not a test. I keep on telling you, the answer will be there right in front of you. My idea is not to tell you what the answer is. Our whole idea is to move backwards. Yes? How are we going to move backwards? We are going to see the answer and we are going to find out why this is the answer. If you understand how we are reaching a conclusion, how we are arranging this, if you just get a hang of that, this will be very easy for you. We're going to move back. We're going to look at the answer, not bothered about that. And then we're going to try to find out how we came to such a conclusion. Yes. And if you have any queries, any doubts, stop me and tell me. Okay. Right. So let's start off, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Hello, Venkatesh. We are working on Parajumbles today. We are working on Parajumbles today. Okay, if and when you are ready, look at the first passage. Everyone, read the first passage. Read the sentences. Tell me answer the question. What is this passage all about? I don't want to know the answer. If you know the answer, excellent. Excellent. Nothing like it. I told you my task will be not to give you the answer. I'm going to show you how you can derive at the answer. That's the whole idea. That's the whole process. So you will tell me in a sentence, what is the first exercise? What do these set of sentences, what are they talking about? Answer that first. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aman. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Thanks. Yes, you have it in front of you, Neha. You will find the document added in the description, Neha. You can access that. You can open the passage and you can find it out. You can open it in front of you. So all those who are looking at it, tell me, what is the first exercise? What is the first passage all about? Mamallapuram city. Okay. Again, I say, Vidhi, be very, very specific. Are we talking about the wars fought by Mamallapuram? Are we talking about what people wore in Mamallapuram? Are we talking about what people ate in Mamallapuram? Are we talking about Mamallapuram's relationship with other states? Be very, very specific. Find that out. You have to find it out. The moment you get it, you will know, this will fall into place. Find it out. Yes, Shomik. Mamallapuram town. What about Mamallapuram town? Read it in front of you. Look at the words. Read the first sentence. You will get the keywords. Yes, Harsh. Very good. Very, very good. Yes, Mamallapuram and its history in architecture. Yes, yes. Very good, Rupak. Historical architecture and wonders. Excellent. Now let's move on. Right? So if it is about Mamallapuram, there would be one sentence, definitely one sentence, that will introduce you, that will tell you about Mamallapuram. Remember Roger Federer, the greatest tennis player of all times? So try to find out the sentence. Can you tell me which sentence introduces you to Mamallapuram? Which sentence? Which sentence? Tell me. E, Shivangi, very good. E, yes. That's it. First, let's stop here. Okay, now we are done. We're done with the first sentence. Okay, now let's read the first sentence. You will see how I am going with it, right? Follow me as I'm going with it because you must have a sequence. You have to find out the link. Look at the first sentence. The first sentence says Mamallapuram, a town on India's southern Coromandel coast, was a thriving seaport as far as back as the first century AD. Excellent, excellent, Dhruv. Very good, Vipul. Very good. Very good, Vipul. Very good, Sandeep. Josh, well done. Anupam, you're right there, right there. Aman, yes, you're going so fast. Come on, I'm not being able to catch up with you. Go slow, go with us, Aman. Okay? Nitisha, right there. Now, look at the word thriving in the first sentence. Okay, look at the word thriving, everyone. What does the word thriving mean? Okay, what does the word thriving mean? Tell me, what does the word thriving mean? Anyone? Flourish, Prathamesh. Flourish, okay. Flourish. Ramesh, excellent. Excellent, Ramesh. Flourishing, very good. Yes, yes. Flourish, Dhruv, very good. Flourishing, right. Now, what does the word flourishing mean? Flourishing means if you have a place which is going prosperous, which is becoming rich, and which is doing well. I will not tell you anything else. Tell me the next sentence. Come on, identify the next sentence in the series. Identify the next sentence which is talking about how rich the place began. How was it, why did it become a thriving, a flourishing seaport? One sentence will tell you about that. Which sentence is it? Which sentence talks about why Mamallapuram became prosperous? Why? Excellent. Yes. D. D. Look at D. What is D telling you? D is telling you when the kings of the 8th century Pallava dynasty established their capital in nearby Kanchipuram, this seaport became one of the richest. The word richest has a link with the word thriving, so obviously they follow each other. Got it? Anyone who is stuck here, who wants me to explain this once again. So many of you have this answer. D, 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 D. Excellent. Anyone who is stuck here, who cannot understand how Manali ma'am reached to this conclusion. Anyone? Are you with me, everyone? Are you with me? Do I need to stop? Do I need to go slow? Let me know. Okay, let me move on. Let me move on. Yes. Okay, Sahil, I will speak slow. Okay, I'm going to explain this once again. Let me explain this once again quickly. Let me do it pretty fast. Okay, sentence number E is the first sentence, right? It tells you about Mamallapuram, a town on India's southern Coromandel coast. It became a thriving seaport. Thriving means rich and prosperous. A seaport that has a lot of money. It is rich, it's doing well, right? So, obviously, if you are introducing an idea, when a passage starts with a specific idea, it will tell you something more about the idea, right? Remember Roger Federer? He is the greatest tennis player. Why? Because he plays well with both hands. So it is telling you more about Roger Federer, right? Here, the first sentence tells you that Mamallapuram was a rich seaport, right? So you will definitely have one more sentence or a couple more sentences that will tell you why it became rich or how rich was it, anything related to prosperity, anything related to rich. So you read the set. See which sentence does that. You will find only sentence B talks about this, tells you more about why it became rich. Okay? Okay. Now let's move on again, right? Let's move on again. Now we are done with Mamallapuram. We are done with its being rich. Remember what you told me? Some of you told me. I remember Vipul telling me. I remember Arnab telling me. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, a lot of people. Juhi, Pallav, Rupak. All of you are telling me it's also about architecture. Yes. Now again, let's follow the same technique. One sentence. There is one sentence which tells you that Mamallapuram had different types of architecture and sculpture, and it became a center of this art. It became a famous place for architectures and sculptures. Which sentence does that? Yes, Sahil. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes. Now let's move on quickly. You are catching on this really fast. After you are done that, you will find obviously what I said. Remember, whenever a new idea is introduced, whenever a new concept, a new theme is introduced, you will always find that there are sentences that will tell you more about it. Find out two more sentences. Find out two more sentences that will tell you more about architecture and sculpture. Find it out. Two more sentences. It will tell you more about architecture and sculpture. Now, which two? You decide. I want to know two more sentences. Okay, C and B. Okay, C, B, yes. Also F, very good. Okay, let's do something. Let's not confuse you. Just write down three sentences that tells us more about architecture and sculpture. The last three sentences. Write them down. Tell me. C, B, and F. Okay, 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 okay. C, B, F. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Let's move on. Let's move on and see why do we have this option, right? Okay, so we already know about Mamallapuram. We know that it became a center of architecture and sculpture, right? Let's look at sentence number B. Okay, one of the biggest boulders is inscribed with extraordinarily well preserved, intricate relief carvings known as the Descent of Ganga, an illustration of Hindu mythology featuring celestial beings, elephants, mythical Naga snakes. Now, one thing I saw, most of you wrote C as the next sentence. Why isn't B the next sentence? Why can't we have B right after we have A, E, and then we have D, then we have A, and then B? What is the problem with that? Why can't we have B right after this? What's wrong with that? Why are you moving on to C? Tell me. Why can't we have, yes, you're telling me CBF, I understand, but why not BCF? Why not BCF? Mm-hmm. Gopal, excellent. Harsh. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. Neha, excellent. Shivangi, excellent, excellent, excellent. Keywords, Vipul, thank you. You've got it. You've got it right. Very good. The word boulder has already been mentioned. This is not the first time we're talking about a boulder. Obviously, the boulder, we have already been introduced about the boulders. Where? In sentence number C. Obviously, B is an elaboration of sentence number C and F. B is an elaboration. So, obviously, the second sentence, the next sentence will not be C, it will move on to C, it will not be B. Spectacular remnants of this artistic heyday are scattered around what is now a charming, laid back fishing village strewn with giant boulders and palm trees. This is telling you again more about Mamallapuram, its architecture, its sculpture. So if you go there, you will find that now it's a very quiet fishing village. And you will find all these specimens of architecture and sculpture lying around. There are giant boulders and palm trees, right? Yes? Okay, so we have already been introduced to the word boulder. Now, next sentence. You feel is it CFB or CBF? What do you think is the next sentence? If you feel the next sentence is CF, you have to give me a reason. If you feel the next sentence is CB, you have to give me a reason as well. You tell me why and why not. Okay, Vipul has said CBF. Why not? Why? If yes, why? If no, why not? Okay, Bhupendra. Okay. Mm-hmm. Guys, there is just a word. Come on, listen. It's not difficult. You just need to look for a word that is connecting F and B. The word starts with the letter C. The word starts with the letter C. Tell me, there is one word that connects B and F. The word starts with the letter C. Tell me the word. Tell me the word, and I will tell you how it connects. Just tell me the word. Find out one word that connects B and F, and the word starts with C. Come on, let's play a dumb charade sort of a thing. Come on. Excellent. The word carving. Which sentence introduces carving? Which sentence tell you that whatever you see there in the beautiful village of Mamallapuram, we have boulders and we have carvings. So which sentence introduces the concept of carvings? Yes, excellent. Sentence F introduces the concept of carvings. And look at B. B will tell you we have another example of a boulder where we have the carving of the descent of Ganga etched on it. So F introduces the fact that these boulders have carvings in them. And B will tell you more about one particular carving which has been done on a boulder. It is about the descent of Ganga. Got it, everyone? Can you see how I am going towards it? How I am reaching my answer? It will take it. Today, it's gonna take some time, right? I am not living up to you. I'm doing it together. It might be very boring. It might be very tedious because we are stuck on one question for a long time. But you see the step way, the way we are doing the logical progression, the way we are reaching a conclusion. If you become habituated to this, if you try to learn this way of finding, of reasoning out your answer, of finding a conclusion, Parajumble will never jumble you because you can establish the link. It's like playing with dots. You can join the dots. You have to understand the way I am leading you to it. Each word, each sentence is like a clue. It will tell you, it will tell you. You have to read the sentence carefully. The sentence will tell you what is the next sentence. So the last answer is EDACFB, and a clap for those of you who got this right. Everyone. Okay, now all those who find this space comfortable, let me know. If you want that Manali ma'am, please go fast and don't explain why we got the answer. I can do that as well. If you want me to do a shortcut and not explain the answer, I can do it as well. Tell me what you want because I have some more examples which if you want, we can work it out together. Or you might just give me the answer and we might go very, very fast. Just let me know what you prefer. Thank you for the clap emoji. Yes, you really deserve a clap. This was a difficult example, and I have some more difficult examples for you. If you want, I can straight go to the answer, or I can explain why we did that together. So if it's up to you, whatever way you want me to go. Okay, let's move on to the next question, right? Now, each of these sentences, these are talking about issues that can come in your RBI exam. It's not like Roger Federer. It's not going to be that easy. It's going to have a specific topic, right? Let's look at the next sentence. Okay. Hello, Gopal. Yes, I'm from Kolkata. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let's look at the second sentence, right? Okay, read the sentences and tell me it's what is it all about. Read slow, okay? This has a lot of difficult words and concepts, but sentences like this can come in your RBI exam, right? So you have to be ready for that. Read the set of sentences and tell me what it's all about. Hello, Marlon. Hello, Marlon from Nagaland. Hi. How are you doing? Good? Okay, settle down and quickly join us. Yukti, that was very fast. Yes, new vulnerabilities in chips and security issues. Okay. Can someone be a little more precise? There are new issues in chips and security problems, I understand. And this is about a sort of a platform. This is about a specific software. It is about a specific software. Can you tell me what is the specific software? Whatever you said is absolutely right, but you need to identify one thing that is the passage is talking about. It's talking about a specific software. What is it? Hello, Vipin from Chandigarh. Hi. In it, Shrestha, vulnerabilities in it. In what? In what? In what? Security audit? No, no, no. I'm looking for one software, the name of a software. Let me give you a clue. Let me give you the clue. The name of the software has been used in full only once. Okay, so we find the full name of the software once. Then abbreviation has been used. An abbreviation has been used. Which remote server? Vipul, which remote server? Name of the remote server. Come on, come on. Let's be precise. Very, very precise. If you are vague, you will not be able to find the link. You have to be very, very precise. Savinav, the document is in the description. You have to go to the link and click on it. You will get access to the full document. Sandeep, excellent. Got it. Yes, very good. We are talking about the security problems related to a software called management engine. We are talking about management engine. Yes, we are talking about what's going wrong, vulnerabilities, virus, whatever. It's all about management engine. Yes. Now, which sentence introduces the main problem about the management engine? Which sentence tells you that people are worried when it comes to the use of management engine? Which sentence? Which sentence tells you that yes, people are worried? The main idea of the passage is that people are worried about a software. It's called the management engine. Which sentence tells you that people are worried about management engine? Excellent. B. Very good. Very good. Yes. Now, move on. Look for a sentence that will tell you more about the management engine. It will tell you why exactly. Look at the word alarm. Look at the word alarm in the first sentence. See, I've raised the alarm, means people are worried. You will find a sentence that will tell you exactly why people are worried. Find a sentence. Okay, okay, very good. B E, excellent, 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 very good, very good. Now, now this has been released by Intel, right? The software was launched by Intel. Okay, so people are telling that the management engine has a lot of issues. It is good. The IT managers can use it, but attackers can also attack the software and they can gain full access of the given computer. Now, all these allegations, all these were all these were complaints that were made against Intel, right? So Intel finally accepted the fact that yes, we have a problem with the software. Which sentence tells you that Intel accepts that they have a problem with the software? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. C. Some of you are telling me the answer is F. Okay. Might be, might not be. So let's keep it with C and F, right? Let's keep it with C and F. So if you have a piece of paper in front of you, a notepad or something in front of you, you can tick off sentences that we have already arranged, right? In that way, your options will be limited. So you can tick off E, you can tick off C. The second, you can write C/F. It can be C, it can be F, right? And let's move on. Let's move on. So we have E is done, right? Uh, F can be the next sentence. Yes, why not? Let's move on to A. Yesterday, the chip maker released a security advisory that lists new vulnerabilities in ME, as well as bugs in the remote server management tool, server platform services, and Intel's hardware authentication tool trusted execution engine. What do you think about A? What is A telling you about? What is A all about? What is A telling you about all about? A describes F. No, it doesn't describe F. Read carefully. A is not describing F. A is not describing F. A is the place where Intel is telling the world that look, our software management engine has a problem. Here is the list of issues that can happen. Yesterday, the chip maker is the company Intel, released a security advisory, released a notice telling people that ME has new problems, has new issues. It has bugs in the remote server management tool platform services and Intel's hardware authentication tool trusted execution engine. It has bugs. There are problems in the software. Intel is telling everyone our system has a problem. That is A, that is exactly what A is talking about. Yes, it lists the new problems, it lists the new vulnerabilities. What is F doing? F is telling you how Intel found those problems. How did they found the problems? They found the problem by doing a audit based on current research. They found the problem by researching, by doing an audit based on current research. That is how they found out all these new vulnerabilities. So what happens? People were already worried about the management engine. Now what happened? Now what happened was the fact that the management engine is good on one way. Yes, it has a good features, a lot of good features. At the same time, it can take complete control of your software. Okay, that can be the next sentence. What is the next sentence? The next sentence is, let me see. Yes, I have lost it. B, and let me mark it also. E, yes, good. And then C, okay. Now, so B is the where people already knew about the problem. E is the place where we get to know more about the software, the good things and the bad things. When Intel hears about that, Intel confirms that, okay, you have been scared about it, but it is true. These things can go wrong. Things might have a problem. So, what are the problems? Intel issues a list telling people here is a set of problems. Here is a set of dangers that can happen. There might be viruses, there might be bugs. So many things can go wrong with our management software. And this they found out with the help of an audit based on current research, right? Now, Intel knows about the problem. What is Intel's next step? What should we do about it? What did Intel do about it? That's going to be your last part of the passage. What did Intel do about it? What did Intel do about it? What did Intel do about it? That's the last part. Okay, BECAFD. Let me see. BECA. Okay, FD. Very good. So they launched a new detection tool. Yes, they launched another software that can counter the problem. Yes, that what will the tool do? So the tool will ensure that Windows and Linux administrators can check their system to see if it is safe or not. So this launched a sort of a software which will check if there are any problem with the management engine, if it is attacking the system, if they have a virus attack, if they have a bug issue, if anything, if their security is being compromised or not. Okay, now this was a difficult, like an example of a difficult para-jumble passage. That is the reason it took us such a lot of time. But are you being able to see the way we are connecting the dots? The way we are connecting the dots. So we did three examples. One was very easy. The second one was medium, right? Not that difficult. This one was difficult. Now, if I have time, I'm going to go on and do another one, which is which is very, very confusing one. That's the reason it's my favorite para-jumble passage. Very confusing. It might really make you go to a different answer altogether and make you go wrong. If we have time, we can do that. But are you being able to see the pattern, the way we are connecting the dots? So we are reading the sentences, we're looking at words, we're looking at ideas, we're looking at keywords, we are trying to form a link. That is the reason it is very important to read the sentence and find out what it is all about. Unless you find out what it's all about, things will not fall into place. Things will not fall into place. Okay, are we with me, everyone? Yes, can we move on? Can we do one more passage? Can we do one more passage together? Yes, can we do one more? Let's do the confusing one, right? Final sequence of the last one? It's the Linux. It's what they did. They got a new detection tool that's D. So the answer is B, then E, then C, then A, F, and D. This is the pattern. Anu? Yes, it is not tough. It's just that it needs a lot of concentration. Needs a lot of concentration. Yes, I think we can squeeze in and do one more. Okay, let's do one more. My favorite one, the one that is very confusing. Okay, ready, everyone? Look at this sentence. Come to number 5. Everyone, come to number 5 in your Google Doc. So the other examples, yes, you can do that at home. You can time yourself. As I keep on saying, timing yourself is very, very important. You can time yourself and do that at home. Okay, let's quickly do this one, right? Let's come to number 5. Okay, I will not tell you the answer. You write the answer. Do it, solve it, tell me the answer. And I'm going to tell you why is it right? If it's right, why is it so? If it's wrong, why is it so? Just give me the answer. Number 5. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. Come to number 5 in your Google Doc. Let's do that. Give me the full answer, Neha. Write down the full answer. Take your time. There's no need to hurry. Take your time. Do it slowly. Do it slowly. And then do the full answer and then tell me. Vikas, have you finished doing the answer? You can have a call for your friends to like the video later. We can do that later. First, you finish the answer. Come on, quickly, Vikas. Tell me what's the answer. Okay, we've got one. B, D, A, C, F. Okay, let me see. B. No, that's incorrect. Okay, B, E, A, D, F, C. Okay. Right, that's the right one. B, E, A, D, F, C. Okay. Smart boy. Smart work. B, A, D, E, F, C. Another option, okay? See, it's like the Rubik's Cube. You have so many sets of combination. Remember, we saw the Rubik's Cube? It's just like that. You have so many patterns, but only one will click. Only one will click. B, E, A, C, F, D. Okay, okay. B, E, A, D, F, C. Okay. Come on, quickly, quickly. Just gonna wait for a minute. Come on. The rest of you who are not doing it, please do it. At least do one. Okay, Sumit, Anu, Neha, Yukti, Ashish, Seema, come on, some more. Aman, okay. Ratnesh, Nisha, okay, come on, come on, come on. Rest of you, let's do it, let's do it. Let's do just one sample together. I know it's boring, I know it's becoming too much, it's becoming tedious, but just let's do it to one together, right? Thank you, Vipul. Okay, let's see why and why not. That's the main part of our class today, right? Why and why not. Okay, so everyone, if you agree that B is the first question. I'm sorry, the first sentence. Fantastic. You have got it. B is the first sentence because here the topic has been introduced. What is the topic? The topic is that we have all these organized retail stores coming up, right? These supermarkets, these mega marts. And what they are doing, they are affecting the small store owners, right? So we have these small grocery shops. Yes, so we have the roadside dukan, some chacha ka dukan or some bhaiya ka dukan, and we have all these roadside small grocery shops. Yes, all of us, we have it. I have so many on the road that stood right next to me. So people are not actually going to those shops, right? They are going to the retail stores. They're going to places like Big Bazaar. They're going to places like Spencer's. They're going to places like the Hypermart. So Spar Hypermarket. So many hypermarkets are coming up. So people are worried that these retail stores, they are affecting the small store owners, right? Okay, this is good. Excellent. What's the next one? So you feel the next one is E. Okay, the next one is E. Let's see. But a study, okay, conducted over a period of 2 years goes a long way towards allaying these fears. Allaying means reducing, right? So what has happened? Now, contrary to what you have been thinking, contrary to what people have been worried about, we have a new study, a latest study, right? So, what is this study telling us? Study is telling us that we don't need to be afraid anymore. You were afraid, right? There were fears. People were fearful. Now, the word fearful, look at the word fears in E. This is linked to the word concern, expressing concern in B. They are linked. Yes. So people were worried and scared. That is the reason the new study tells you you do not need to be scared anymore. Fantastic. B, E. So what is the next one? Let me see. Look at your answers. Some of you say B, E, A. Okay. B, E, A. Let's see. Now tell me something. Some of you said B, E. Why not B, F? Let me throw my answer. I feel B and F. Tell me if I'm wrong. So I feel that after B, we're going to have F. You tell me. You be the teacher and tell me. Is Manali ma'am correct or is Manali ma'am wrong? I feel that after B, we should not have E, we should have F. Tell me, is Manali ma'am right or Manali ma'am wrong? You be the judge. Manali ma'am is wrong. Okay, Brijesh. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir, why am I wrong? Why am I wrong? E not F. Okay, but look, sir, look, the word impact is there in B. The word impact is also there in F. So that is a link. So I feel B and F should be a pair. Why not? Arvind, Manali ma'am is no, but sir, look at the word impact. You have it there. B and F, they have the same word, impact. What is the problem? Arnob, yes, very good. Very good. I told you this is a tricky option, right? Do not judge by the same word, even if the same word is repeated. Remember, we did Mamallapuram, where the same word was being repeated, but we were linking them. Remember the word boulder, the word carving, we were linking them. That is okay. But that cannot be the rule. This is an exception. If you think that instead of E, the next sentence is F, you are wrong. You are wrong. F is not the next sentence, even if the word impact is repeated. Even if the word impact is repeated. Got it? Why not? Let's move on and I will tell you more. Okay, so the right answer is B, E. Look at sentence number A. Let sentence number A is the study. Yes, according to it is the study, right? It is telling you that the organized retail stores are not wolves. They are not bad. They're not trying to capture these small stores. They're not trying to harm them, right? And there is room for expansion of both. So retail stores, at the same time, the regular kirana stores, yes, the grocery stores, both of them can flourish. Both of them can expand. They are not harming each other. Okay? They're not harming each other. Look at the next one. So I'm still confused, right? Let's move on to D. In spite of this potential for expansion, yes, they can expand, it is doubtless that the small store owners face a decline in profit in initial years if organized retailers set up stores in the vicinity. So it has to be accepted. It has to be accepted that there is some sort of a damage, some problem. What is the problem? That initially they might not gain so much of profit. Initially, in the beginning stage, they might not have so much of profit. But this problem wears off. Look at F. F is talking about this impact. F is not talking about the fear. It might have the same word. It might have the same word, but it is there just to confuse you. It is not there to help you out. So if you think words link, yes, they do. Yes, they do. But words can also be very, very misleading. So use very, very caution. Proceed with caution. You cannot take the words blindly. You have to understand, right? So there is impact. What is the impact? The fact that initially they might not make so much of profit wears off. It will reduce when they learn to accept competition. The moment they understand that they are our competitors and we need to improve ourselves, we need to do well. You know what happened? All these small grocery stores, after the lockdown, most of these stores, they have started delivering things at home. They have started home delivery. I never ever expected my local grocery shop owner to do a home delivery. Now if you order, they're going to deliver things at home. Why? Because they have realized that they have a competition from companies like Big Basket, like Spencer's, who they're going to do home delivery. So they have changed their strategy. So once you realize that this is a sort of a way to improve yourself, things will go better. And the last sentence is the final winner in the competition is the common man who gets to choose between the most suitable options and in turn fights with essential commodities. So for the final decision, the word final is obviously means conclusion. We are nearing to the end of the passage. Therefore, it is ultimately up to the consumer, up to the common people who will have so many options to choose from. They will have the local stores, they're going to have the supermarkets. So they are the winners, right? Yes. This passage specifically is a very, very favorite passage of mine just because the way it confuses people. And this is an opportunity to show you that, yes, there we have certain techniques, but then they cannot be absolute. You have to, they differ from passage to passage. Okay, yes. So before I end, I just have 5 more minutes, and I'm not going to do any more passage today. I hope I have been able to show you the process, the way we can link the sentences, the way we can look at the bigger picture, the way we can come to a conclusion and judge our confusion. our conclusion so that we are not confused. Yes, I hope this will help you next time you attempt a parajumble passage, and you will not get stuck and not get baffled. And even if you get baffled, keep calm, right? Don't get anxious. If you get worked up, things will jumble up even more. Just relax. You will find a solution. There are links everywhere. Just need to connect the dots. Yes, one more thing before I finish. The other thing that I had today was it's going to be a parajumble class or a class on idioms. So I went for parajumble. Idioms is comparatively very easy, right? You can make a note of idioms the moment you come across them in newspapers, in magazine. There's another way. Yes, so most of you have a device, right? Most of you have a smartphone. If you go on the app store, right? If you have an internet connection at home and you can visit the app store, be it the Google app or whatever, the Google store, there are so many applications, so many apps. They will give you one idiom every day. So you have the idiom dictionary, all the dictionaries, whatever, dictionary.com. There's so many apps. If you keep that the notification button on, you're gonna have one idiom every day. They will send you one idiom every day. So that way you can learn one idiom every day. Yes, so apart from making note of it from different newspapers or making a list of it and learning it by heart and trying to apply it, you can also use your smartphones. They are an excellent resource. Yes, I hope this tip will help you. I hope this class was useful for you. I hope I have been able to help you out. I've been able to boost your morale and make you a little more confident in Parajumble than you were before. So if you're happy, and if you're even if you're not happy and you want something more from these classes, go to the feedback form and fill it in and give us suggestions and tell us how we can do better next time. And this is all for today. Thank you for being such an excellent listener, a participant, and audience. You've been so good, so helpful. The entire class was a success before, only for you, only because of you and the way you participated. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with me here. Stay safe, stay well. All the best for your exams. You're gonna just rock it. You're gonna come out with flying colors, I'm sure. And most of you will be there in the position of a grade B officer very soon. I really hope so. Thank you so much. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy.